Good morning. Whew, how's it going? Narada Lou Bones. Monday morning, ready to rock and roll. Good morning, Kuro, Aski. Fantastic people. Just the day is getting better and better. Feels like a birthday. What do you mean? Is it your birthday today? So how was everyone's weekend? Mine was relaxing. Even though the circumstances on Friday was crazy. I will tell you the story. Oh, fantastic, Kuru. It's your birthday. Shout out to Kuru and yet another day on this planet. Congratulations. Then, as a birthday present, Kuru, you can tell me what you want me to paint today. It's Kuru's choice because it's birthday. I will do my best to try to draw anything that Kuru wants. Hey, Luminous Boy Studio, thanks for the host. Narrator, that sounds good. Sounds fantastic. Svensson, good morning. You're finally back. So Kuro has the choice because it's his birthday. He's the birthday boy. Pressure is on. That's cool, narrator. Cake Monster. All right, Cake Monster. Fantastic. All right. Let's start. Cake Monster. So I saw this like a frosting like blob kind of melting, but also having like solid parts, like cake. So let's see where that goes. Hey, good morning, Debard. Svensson, congratulations on getting your bathroom fixed. It's always a pain to have home improvement. It's awesome that it's done now. Yeah, so my weekend plans. Well, my weekend plans was to go to Sweden. So I went to the airport. Some of you know that who read some that are on Discord. But so I was heading to Sweden for the weekend to meet my brother and get a new passport. So I went to the airport, did the whole security, did the whole thing, was sitting on the airplane ready to tax out, right? And there was a plane in front of us. The captain announced like, "Oh, there's a plane lifting. We have to wait for our like slot, whatever they're called." So that was fine. Nothing strange with that. So we're sitting and waiting. 10 minutes later, the captain announced like, "Oh, we got a order to wait, so we'll be waiting." And he had the engines on and so on. And then after like, or he switched the engines off and said, "Because we haven't heard anything, so we have to switch off." Um, and I was like, "All right." Delays. Like I was having to meet an appointment in Stockholm. I was like, so typical. Like when you don't need it, there's always going to be something, right? And so we were sitting there for 20 more minutes, and then the captain said, "Oh well, we were told that everyone has to go off the airplane." Like, what the no? And so we jumped off. They canceled all the flights going out. Everyone was confused. Hundreds of people having to walk out of the airplanes back in and stand at the transfer desk, to discuss their issues or whatever. Uh, Apparently, for some reason, an airplane that was taking off, the airplane in front of me, uh, went off the airstrip, right? So it kind of went out in the grass and dirt, and it was like dirt all over the airplane that they showed on the news. They don't really know what happened, but it was like a chartered plane for some hockey team, and for some reason they veered off the, the thing and went out in the grass, which is crazy. So I missed my appointment. Luckily, I could. I they rebooked my ticket for free, so I didn't have to pay for new tickets. Um, like so that was good. Completely ruined my whole weekend. Like I planned with my brother and all these things. Super annoying. So I have to redo it coming weekend, or at least attempt to redo it this weekend. That's coming. Thanks, Rogue 13 Poll account for the host. Thank you very much. There's some issues with this program I'm using, so I'm not getting the screen displays and the sound thing. Something I gotta look into how to correct. But yeah, so there's some function missing. Guru, yeah, definitely shit happens. So I was standing in this queue um, with hundreds of people, and there were this customer care person, like walking through the line, talking to everyone, giving them notes, cards. And a lot of people like said, they were pissed, they didn't want to take some sort of business card or whatever. And people were coming up and talking about tickets and what they should do and so on. She said, "Oh, you have to stand here," and no one was not really like caring about what she said. And so I was talking to her, and she said like, "Oh, there's a phone number on this card that you can call. You don't need to stand in the line. They'll do this exact same thing." I was like, "All right, thank you." So I kept the card, and I kind of was waiting, as thinking, maybe it'll go quick. Maybe I can just talk to them. because everyone there wanted to travel, right? They didn't want to solve the issue. They just wanted to travel. So everyone was sticking around because they probably have checked in luggage and all these things. So I was standing there. After a while, I was looking around and no one was really calling. Everyone was just on their phone, like texting or Facebooking. I don't know what they were doing. So I thought, you know, well, why shouldn't I like call this number? So I just called it, got got a hold of a desk person instantly, like rebooked my trip, and I just walked away. Like walked away from this huge um, queue of people, all just wanting to talk to the super stressed people in the transfer desk, and they were like scrambling, and you could see them; they were being flustered. Strange, you know, how people can get caught in their thoughts, like they have to stand in that line, and no one was calling this number that they walked around giving out to people to call, you know. So weird. Strange. Human behavior sometimes is odd. Exactly. Exactly. Common sense is not so common, for sure. So, Kuru, what is your birthday plans? Party on the weekend? Let's put some birthday cake candles, maybe. Magician, good morning. Yeah, definitely. I think that was what everyone was focusing on, just being pissed and wanting to solve the situation rather than they were like brute forcing the problem rather than thinking. And it was strange. I was while I was in the queue, I was like calling and trying to rebook things and solve the situation where most people were just kind of fuming. Odd. But it was annoying. Like sitting on that airplane, in my mind, I was already halfway to Sweden, and then like, nope, everything was canceled for many hours. I knew it wouldn't be over for like a 20-minute issue. The whole air landing strip was, you know, an airplane had run off the strip. Of course, they're not gonna like regain service as usual. Go with a broom and just brush a bit, and then have everyone flying again. This was definitely like multiple hours of downtime. So I just, you know, I missed my appointment, and passport office isn't open on weekends. And that's why I was like flying on a Friday. That's why I wasn't streaming, so that I could get to Sweden to get my new passport. But yeah, I'm hoping next weekend won't have some weird airplane running off the strip, so I can get my new passport. That's cool, Kuro. Cake is good. Yeah, it's a cake monster for Darebart. By the way, let's do this. 1 second. Boom, look at that. Now everyone will see it. Let's put it up there. Oh yeah. Good morning, Guxix. Welcome. Yeah, so that was my weekend. My weekend was like prepared to be with my brother, like hanging out with him. Maybe go and play around with some like graffiti. There's these in Sweden. There are these kind of legal walls, right? You can go and do whatever you want on. Um, so we were thinking like, oh, maybe buy some beer and go there and just experiment and see what happens, and just kind of hang out. But obviously no. A little rib, yeah, why not, right? Happy birthday, Shreem. But the question is then, what will happen on my birthday? I will choose what to paint, or I don't know. But yeah, it's one of those weekends, you know. But it ended up really nice. I hung out with my family. Also went out with a friend of the family and had insane amount of alcohol, as you should. Me and him went out drinking. We usually don't, but it was time. We don't do it very often, but when we do it really well. It was a lot of drinks and bottles being opened, and then Sunday was very low key, slightly hungover, but not too bad. Just kind of low energy a bit. But I was thinking with him like I want to start a company somehow, like getting a point in my life where a secondary passive income would be a great idea. Like, you know, if you could start a business somehow that you hire someone to work for you rather than you having to do the work, you know, like an employer of sort. Maybe invest in something. I don't know. But I don't want to be in the grind as an old man, you know. But I think if you start thinking when you're an old man, it's, I think, probably already too late. So that's how I was just kind of forward thinking a bit, like, what should you actually do? In 10 years, something should probably already be up and running, rather than in 10 years start thinking about something that might be up and running 10 years after that. And that's 20 years. And then you're already really, really old. Kuru. Yeah, maybe. But that's why also why I wanted that school. Like my class. I mean, if that would be successful, and you could start building that as some sort of thing for the future, but it requires work. I mean, I don't mind it, but it's not that kind of a idea, you know. I will still do it, but that's more of like a now thing rather than 10 years from now. But maybe you would be able to build it into something, but I don't know. So many thoughts, so many plans. You have to think ahead, when you have a family and all these things. Um, well, it's fun. I like thinking about master plans as well. It's a bit of a challenge, but it's a good one. Black bear, grizzly. Isn't like what was it? A grizzly is this kind of thing with gay men and really big bearded men. The bearded men are called grizzlies, something like that. I have a vague memory of it. Probably some uh, Google search result. I always stumble on so many weird things when googling. Like some topics that you Google to find reference for are so strange, and if you weren't a concept artist, you would really like question my search history. Kuro, yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, you could hire the students. That's nothing wrong with that. I mean, over my many years of teaching at CGMA, many of my former students have become really, really good. So they're definitely employable, and there's always a certain percentage of students that they are able to be hired, because there's always out of let's say 20, there's always like two, three that are hardcore and really burn for the art, and they will get good, because you can see it so obviously on them that they have that hunger. And Nereda, feel free to share the URL in the chat list, chat link, chat window. Share the link in the chat window. I don't mind. Thanks for asking. Kuru. Yeah, everyone I think thinks that they need to get more hardcore, but you can always see it. Like people that took my class, and then they took the information and ran with it, and they didn't just check the boxes, in the homework. They were really thinking about it. There's a big difference when it comes to that, and many times it's very, very like obvious. Like the person that really wants to, you can see that they're putting the like extra effort in, and all these things. And it's so obvious when there is a passion for it. And it shows. I mean, those people would be, successful regardless of them taking my class or not. But the fact that they took my class and rationalized the information and then, used it, you'll see it's very obvious that they learned from it. But then taking full credit saying it's all due to me is wrong. That's not at all what I think. They obviously are skilled artists in their own right, but it's just that my class is a bit different. It's very theoretical, and the information I taught was that you could make it into your own easily. It's just the principles would help you if you would use them, and then you could transform it into whatever you need it to be. Hey, thanks JD Game Art for the host. Thank you very much. Shout out. And we are, by the way, at 1,125 followers, which is not far off from the 1,200 extra stream. So you better start thinking about a little bit about what the extra stream should be. It's just 75 people away, which could go really fast if everyone clicked follow. Subtle hint. Oh, star-shaped stuff. That's true. Should have also, like, they should be lit, right? I was looking at, I think Matthias Verhasselt posted a painting he had been working on that he hadn't finished, and then he posted it online. It was about like a mag-ray launch pad system. He had helped some article out with some illustration, but the way he painted that was so subtle and so perfect, and man, he's so good. Really, like one of those annoyingly good artists that they just that's just too good. Obviously, it's not by accident. Obviously, he's earned it. Obviously, worked hard for it. But anyways, it doesn't make it less annoying. He's one of those guys that is not even worth putting on your hit list because he's so far beyond. But maybe I need to explain my hit list. I have a hit list of people that I have become better at. So like, I know that there are some really, really good artists out there. So I put them on my list. Like, okay, what does this person have that I don't have, and why? And obviously not going to try to be them because that's defeating, the purpose of it. But just kind of like what's missing and why do I like their art so much? So now and then I add a name to the hit list, which I'm kind of chasing down and trying to improve so that at some point I can look at the list and go, okay, I can remove this name now. Yeah, but this Matthias Verhasselt is not even, he's too good. He's in God mode. Kuro, I don't know. He posted it on his Facebook profile. And that's where I saw it on his Facebook. Two minutes left. All right. Not too bad. I mean, it could be better, but I'd say it's pretty decent so far. It's not like I'm struggling too much to get what I need. Most of it is already there. So I'm pretty happy with it. Let's suggest that it's 21 here. Yeah, so the hit list, it's a motivator. For me, it's like, damn you people, you're too good. I'm gonna have to slay you with art skills. And I put them on the list and like analyze their work and try to implement similar methodology or thinking in my own, so that like through osmosis in a way I will start adapting more traits that I enjoyed in their art into my own. But I never try to like imitate or mimic. I just try to think like theoretically, why is it so interesting and what can I do to make mine more interesting. Well, I've always done it like over the years. And some names on that list, still stands. Like I can't get there, but I'm definitely trying. Uh, well, Marko Djurdjevic is on it. One of the people is on that list that I haven't been able to kill yet. There has been names there that I've personally thought I'd surpassed, so they're not there anymore. Or like I'm at that like playing field. I can remove that person now. But obviously not as good because it can't be. But yeah. it's just a kind of a motivational thing. Makes it more fun. All right, I think that's it. Time's up. Happy birthday, Kuro. Yay! Theoretically adult to buy alcohol in America. uh, Anyways, happy birthday again. Uh, and have a fantastic day. Awesome that you guys were so active on Discord. I was AFK most of the weekend. I just had to drink alcohol and switch off for a bit, hang out with my kids and so on. But yeah, have a good one, everyone. Good night, good day. Oh, Brom, yeah, for sure. We see you tomorrow morning. Bye.